Welcome back to the Red Dragon Archive, and good afternoon. I'm trying to figure out why would you on these pop the balloon shows, why would you pop your balloon if somebody say they don't like a mean person? Maybe it could have been the edit. We'll be right back after these messages.
Saturday, what's your name?
Alvin like the Chipmunks.
Okay. How old are you?
35.
And what do you do?
I'm a server and I'm a bartender.
Okay.
I like kindness.
Okay.
I believe in, I don't like a mean person.
Got it.
My name is Shanice and I'm 31.
Hey.
I just don't think we will vibe out together, and your outfit just isn't my style.
Shay, 27. The compatibility, just kind of your hobbies are doesn't align with mine.
Hi, my name is Naila. I'm 24. I ended up popping my balloon just because of your wardrobe choice. That's all.
Yeah.
What did you say you do for work?
For work, I'm a server and a bartender. I work 2 jobs.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why I popped. I couldn't hear you when you first came out, so I had to ask the other lady. That's why I was kind of delayed. I'm looking for more of like stability and like a provider, and I don't see that in like a server or a bartender.
No
You know what I mean?
No worries. I thank y'all for y'all constructive criticism.
So my main thing is this. This one is kind of like, I like to personally speak on certain things like this because it's just like some women think that you would have low self-esteem if you instantly count yourself out based off your job. And I think that is so funny because I'm one of the last people on the planet with any type of low self-esteem or anything like that. But my thing is like, over the years I've come to be, extremely observant, and I don't go for women that seem like they would want what the last one was talking about. Want a provider, this, that, and the third. Not that there's anything wrong with women wanting providers. I don't think nothing wrong with that in general, but it's the way that it comes out. It's almost like if you ain't a provider, then it's just skip next. It's different than it's like, oh, I'm on a provider, but if you can't be that for the moment, this, that, and the third, or there's down periods, you still gonna be locked in, even if that down period is a long, spectrum of time. Because my thing is, once again, we out of the matrix over here. I don't believe in killing yourself at any job. If it's not your career, it's not something you really want to do, I don't believe you should be killing yourself at any job. And when I count as killing yourself is when you spending 70, anything over 40 hours at any job. 40 hours plus at any job, to me, that's killing yourself. Especially if you're trying to take care of 2 people or a whole family just off the one income in this day and age, that would be considered killing yourself in my book. And I don't believe that you should be doing that just for the sake of happiness of your woman. I think that you should try to do everything you can in your power to make your woman happy. But if that's also not being reciprocated, I don't understand where the macho or the proudness come from behind it. Because some dudes would be like, even some women, they be like, oh, I got 2 or 3 jobs, just in the third, and I'm in my head like, now how is that a accomplishment, or how is that something to brag about? I would say it's probably good to show work ethic. It's good to show that you want things to be a certain way. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but on the other hand, it's almost like if you just saying it because you proud of yourself, good. But if you send it to try to shit on somebody else that wouldn't want to do that, and that's what I feel like that, because some people that speak about how many hours they spend at their job, how often they working, or how many jobs they got, usually is to try to up one somebody. And when you're trying to up one somebody, now we talking about if you are a better human than such and such because this, that, and the third. And partially the way I think, and I feel like I know this partially comes from this because I'm a creative brain. I'm not really super on the logical side. That comes from me, being able to be a risk taker. And what I mean by creative is just being more on the side of risk or adventurous. Like anything is possibly could be something good in my book. I can see the good in almost any situation. Everything is not conventional. I don't need to do da 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 da. But my thing is also, the way I'm thinking about this is just like, yeah, should you be able to I hope somebody alright, because it sounds like somebody got fucked up. Or they on a police speed chase. But anything, it happens. We make videos, see something happen. But anyways, yeah, if you want a provider, I think that's cool. If you are the type of dude that want to provide 100% at a job because you don't see your life bigger than that, that's cool. I feel like when you're a creative like myself, somebody that's more on the entrepreneur side of the brain, somebody that like to create in their spare time on the brain, I feel like that all sounds like slavery. To me, being a wage slave, just to quote unquote be able to be called a real man or whatever the case may be, I think that is killing yourself, and that is slavery. Whenever I have to go spend 90% of my life or 80% of my life at my job in order for the woman at home to be 1,000% comfortable, I think that's a motherfucking problem. But that's just in my book. That's because I inspire to do more too, though. I'm not just inspiring to be, let me do the bare minimum 100% across the board. No, I'm actually thinking way bigger. I want to do way more stuff. I have way more plans. A job, 80, 70 hours, to me, that's taking away my time that I do have on this planet. And we obviously, most likely, from what we know, we only have one life here. And it's limited time as fuck. And if y'all think... not y'all, not the people that's in the Matrix, but the people that's in the Matrix. Once again, the people that's stuck in the Matrix, if they think that it's okay to be trying to shit on somebody because they not about to go spend 30 trillion hours at somebody else's, establishment just to make one person feel cared and loved about through monetary gain, then yeah, that's the problem. I would say that is the issue. Now, I will also say this, because once again, we're not in the Matrix. So I gotta say that I gotta make a video saying exactly what I mean when I say that, for the people that don't know. If you know, you already know. But what I mean by when I say not in the Matrix, you can be a man and a woman that's either in the Matrix or out of the Matrix. The best pairing couple is when you get a man out of the Matrix and a woman out of the Matrix, and they meet each other. Those are the ones that will be your millionaires, billionaires, etc., because they see past the money, they see past the monetary things. Even on the build up, you understand when you build or when you going for something as a bigger payoff, you understand it's gonna be struggle, it's gonna be shit in the way, and it's not only gonna be because people like there's ups and downs, and but you understand when you're on entrepreneurship, you understand that there's gonna be downs and there's gonna be lower than fucking downs. Some shit just gonna be so goddamn terrible that it would make it hard for the average person, or the person that's stuck in the Matrix to want to stick it out. And that's where a lot of breakups probably wind up happening with that, because somebody on one end is in the Matrix, either the man or the woman is in the Matrix, or they both stuck in the Matrix, and yeah, they thinking that if they not doing this, producing this, that they're supposed to be like robots and be like, oh, yep, cut you off. You ain't doing nothing for me. I got to go on. And I always say this. If y'all have no problem with it being a transactional relationship, let's call it that. Leave it at that. It's a transactional relationship. If you want to be like how that, I feel like that last woman, I'm need a care provider, and you going to pick a dude off their job, then that should be, if I do get a caretaker, provider, whatever she was asking for, understand that if that care provider is also in the Matrix like she is, he's going to be able to do certain things that might piss her off, but because he takes care of everything, he's supposed to be able to do that because that's what men with money do, right? That's Matrix thinking. Just like she thinks men that ain't trying to go kill themselves 70, 80 hours at their job just for the sake of whatever, providing, that might be in her head, she needs to move on. And I'm not saying if that's your preference, that's 100% wrong. But what I am saying is, if you think it makes you better, that's my pinnacle point. That's all I'm trying to say here. If you think it makes you better than somebody that's not willing to do that, then that is a problem. Other than that, if it's just a preference, if you thinking everybody is good, but you just rather not fuck with that type of person, I think that's cool. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But to people that's outside of the Matrix, I'm here for y'all, and I'm here to let this shit be known that you definitely ain't alone when you thinking these type of things, or when you think in certain ways, that you have to understand what you are doing. We here for quality of life. And if that means working 30 hours, 20 hours, and you still get majority of your time to yourself and you doing what the fuck you need to do, that is way 100% better than somebody that's, hey, I'm doing 80 hours, I'm getting You know, anywhere between $1,800 checks to $2,500 checks. But guess what? I have no quality of life. I am, 28, 29, 30, 34, and I'm balding. And me balding is not a, inherited thing, but I'm balding due to stress. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. And y'all, sometimes they wonder why people look so fucking old and they be young. You know how much stress due to the body? That's why I say, man, I drink my water, and you have to shut your system down. You have to sleep. You have to relax. You have to nap. But that's me being a creative brain. And as a creative brain, I take pride in my personal fucking time. I take pride in recuperating as much as I can. I love days waking up sometimes and not just doing absolutely nothing but recovering, resetting. And sometimes it's a 2-day event. Sometimes you got to force yourself to sleep a little bit, catch up on as much sleep as possible, because that's the time you regenerate. And you got to think to pertain your youth. In my personal opinion, it's not only your diet, but it's the things you used to do when you're young. And if you look at the animals take a lot of naps during the day as well. And I'm not saying be no lazy motherfucker. That's not what I'm saying. But this video going way too long if I get into that part, because what I'm saying could confuse. It's definitely gonna confuse people in the Matrix. Because I'm giving it to everything in a nutshell. Because yeah, here I don't like making super duper long videos like that. At least at this point in time. But I will just say this: you have to, if you don't take nothing else from the video, you have to remain and reserve your youth as much as possible. If you are not wanting to go to work for 80 and 70 hours, then you shouldn't fucking do it. If it's just to make somebody else happy, then you shouldn't fucking do it. Because my last thing I will say on this, you would do all of that, man or woman, you will still get stepped out on, and you can never trust somebody whose loyalty is strictly to money/monetary or their lifestyle. You can never trust nobody like that. That's definitely my personal opinion. That should be a red flag. Check off the list. If you was married for 5, 6, 8, 10 years and you woke up one morning and you actually asked your wife this question, I don't know why you would, but some people probably don't ask this shit up front, and you find out that, yeah, she like, yeah, well, or y'all having a talk, because this is where usually y'all have a talk amongst friends, and then, somebody, hey, how you meet so-and-so? And then your woman might be like, yeah, if so-and-so wasn't doing this or da-da-da, and when we first met, I probably wouldn't even talk to him. That would be my exit. And I'm a silent exit. I'm a silent exiting person. I would move my shit first, and I would do it and inform you that our relationship has now been terminated. You are free to move. I am free to move. I'm gonna move. If I am married and I found some shit like that, silent move. Shit be like, dang, why hubby ain't home? Hey, text message first. Look, I will be serving you some divorce papers. We are done. You can go find somebody, because I didn't know. I just happened to not fall off all these years I was with you, so I really didn't know if you would slide out. And 9 times out of 10 or 7 times out of 10, maybe, possibly, depending who they is, could be cheating. And it's not a woman thing or a man thing. Both sides do it. So that's what I'm saying. You could be a woman doing all the right things for a dude and doing all that cooking and cleaning, doing all this traditional shit. You wake up and find out he been stabbing out, smashing your cousin, your sister, your mama sometimes, or the neighbor, the woman he worked with, all that. So, yeah, you just can't be in the Matrix. Don't get caught up in too much of this. But these type of videos is always funny and fun for me to really go deep dive in and expound on. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. And as always, appreciate everybody that's showing their support. Y'all have a good day or a good night. And I'm Audi 330. It's Red Drakey Drake.